All right. Good evening, everybody. As you can see, we're hosting this session in the study room. So going forward, when we have these kind of sessions, we are going to try and host them all in the study room. The reason we want to do that is to make it a more orderly fashion, and also just make sure that the people who are speaking and teaching and leading can do this without having people, interrupt, or without the noise of people's background noise and all that coming in and interrupting. So to start off with, as we said in the chat before, this is purely for you guys to ask questions and for us to answer them. So any kind of questions you may have, drop them in the chat. You can drop them in the study room chat, or you can drop them in the lounge chat, whichever is most convenient. But the main thing is that you drop the questions, because as you guys have probably seen, especially during market hours, it can get very hectic with questions in regards to what to do with contracts, in regards to what a contract is, in regards to what a call out means. I saw somebody post one of my call outs from, I think, this week and say, what does this mean? What is P? How do we know if it's a call? What is 185? All that kind of stuff. So let me know as well if you guys can't hear me. Just type in the chat if you cannot hear, and let me know as well if you can hear, just so I know, and get an idea of what's going on. But as I said, this is a session for you guys. We'll answer all the questions that you guys have. And again, this is recorded, so you can come back and watch it. But most importantly, we want to help you learn, because the time to learn is, outside the market hours. If you guys have played sports before, you guys know the time to learn is during practice, during training. The time to learn is not during the game. The game is game time. That's where you perform. So yeah. All right. How do you choose which stocks to look at in the mornings? Are there favorites? All right, Chino, great question. So for this, I'm going to drop a screenshot in the study room chat, because you guys know about TradingView. TradingView is where we look at charts. If you guys don't know about TradingView, you'll be very familiar with TradingView once you're in and around the chat. Specifically, the student chart practice section. That's the one. So here on the right hand side, you have my watch list. I'm going to drop the screenshot in the chat right now. If you're able to see the chat, you will see my watch list. Okay. That is the watch list that I usually have. So that means you can see TSLA, Tesla, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, AAPL, Apple, QQQ, the NASDAQ ETF, ExxonMobil, Baba, Alibaba, PYPL, PayPal, and I know what this is. It's not supposed to be there now. But either way, those are the main stocks I watch. So that's why you'll see me take a QQQ trade like I did today. That's why you'll see me take PayPal like I did last week. That's why you'll see me take AMD like I did last week, because these are the main stocks I watch. Great question. Thank you for that. All right. I'm going to do it in chronological order. For Wisdom Bar said, 5 things beginners should know. Master, if you're first starting to trade, what indicators, blah, 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 what's good stop loss percentage. Okay, cool. 5 things beginners should know, Master. I'm going to go with 3 things just to start off with. 1, your own trading strategy. Are you a day trader? Are you a scalper? Do you trade support and resistance? Do you trade momentum? What do you trade? That's your strategy. 2, having a ratio, win-loss ratio. So I'm taking losses at 20% and I'll take my gains at 40%. I'm going to cut profit. I'm going to take profit at 50%. I'm going to cut losses at 25%. I think you should all have a 2-to-1 ratio. Actually, which that kind of answers the next question. 3, another thing beginners should know and slash master. Understanding price action. Why a stock goes up. What makes a stock go up. Understanding why a stock goes down. What could make it go down. Those are the 3 things I'll give you to master. If you're first starting to trade, what indicators should you you should use and learn? Indicators, I'd say the RSI, Relative Strength Index. That will go at the bottom of your screen. The moving averages. So it can be EMAs, which is exponential moving averages. It can also be SMAs, that is simple moving averages. Those are the best indicators, in my opinion, starting out. What's a good stop loss percentage? Again, back to one of the points from my first question that I answered. Stop loss percentage, 20, 25, 30%. One of those 3 to start out. How often should I expect 100% gains? This is almost a trick question. 100% gains is not easy to get. It really isn't. It took me, I don't even know how long to get my first 100% gains. The thing is, you could look at it as a blessing, a curse, whatever you want. The fact that you guys are in here and you see so many 100% gainers so often, it makes it seem like that's normal. There's a reason that the average return on the stock market over a 1 year period is around 10 to 12% returns. 100% gains, which we do probably 3 times a week minimum, is not realistic. It is not normal. We've been doing it for a while, but it doesn't mean that if we come back in 5 years, we'll still be doing that, you know? So how often should you expect 100% gains? Honestly, a couple times a month. Because you guys are in this Discord, couple times a week, realistically, I'm being honest. Principles on swing trading, meaning what should you look for to make a swing trade? You want to look for the daily chart and 4-hour chart to be above the moving averages. I can share my screen and show an example of this. If you're swing trading to the upside, here we go, this is a great example. This stock now, ticker symbol NOW. Daily candle is above the moving averages. The stock is starting to uptrend. Price action is bullish. That's what you want to look for with a swing trade to the upside. On the opposite, on the other hand, downside, you want to see price action below the moving averages, going down. And this is clearly bearish price action. This is an ideal put swing. Okay, that's what you want to see. I'm happy Wisdom Bars came with the questions today. I like that. He's not in the, he's not in the audience, but it's okay. Scalping, what is it? How do you do it? How long is too long if you're scalping? Scalping is what I did today with QQQ. In my Prince's Players tab, I called out a QQQ call. QQQ is the ticker symbol. Scalping is the style of trade I took. So let's just go to the tab so we can actually get a read of this. Because that's a great question. I'm not sure if I wrote it there or I mentioned in the lounge, but I think I just said it in the lounge. I didn't write it in the chat. So I'm going to go to Prince's Plays. I'm going to show you guys the trade. Okay. All right. I'm going to share my screen now. All right. So here, you guys see day trade. QQQ 499C, which is a call, expires today at 220. This is high risk. Looking for 30 to 40% returns. So that was at 744. Then at 749, the calls were up 23%. I said, just riding the trend till we hit resistance. Please be wary it expires today. This is a scalp. Okay? So 744, 749. 5 minutes for 23% returns. Let's go check the time. 7:44, right? So somewhere here. Oh, 15-minute chart's better. Okay. So today, Wednesday, 7:44, right here. We were building up. We were gaining momentum. That's the 15-minute chart. Here's the 5-minute chart. Even better. 7:44, right here is where I called it when it started.
Prince.
Yeah.
Prince, check your screen. It's not loading for the viewers.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you see TradingView now?
No, it still is. It's like loading for some reason.
Oh. So reduce audio. No. Okay. I'll take a screenshot, drop it in the chat. Okay, 7:44. Around here. Okay. Here we go. So in the chat, I will drop the screenshot. You can see the time I called out the trade. It says Wednesday, November 20. Okay. Everyone can look in the study room chat. You will see the screenshot I just uploaded. Okay. 7:40. Sorry. Let me go back as well. Anyway, 7:44. We got in the trade. We wanted to take it up probably $1 or $2. That's a scalp. We took it from about 498.70 up to 500. All right. So $1.20 move. That's a scalp. If I wanted to swing trade it, I would have rid it all the way up to 502, 503 at the end of the day. That is not what I did. That's more of a day trade or a swing trade. Scalp was just taking the move, taking a piece of the momentum, riding the trend until we hit resistance, which was at 500. That is a scalp. Thank you, Wisdom Bars, for all those questions. That was great. All right, Tiff says, hello, I'm completely new to trading. I started looking at the newbie material. I have questions as to what platform should I trade on and how exactly would I place a trade on that platform. I have Crypto.com and Robinhood. Should I use those? Yes, you can use those, but Crypto.com is for cryptocurrency. Robinhood is for stock trading. So that means if you already have a Robinhood account, great. You need to make sure that you have options enabled on that. You looked at the newbie material, great. If you have any questions about the newbie material, let us know. How exactly would you place a trade on that platform? Okay. So I can drop a screenshot in the chat right now. How exactly you would trade. This is an example, okay? Again, we talked about QQQ just now. I'm going to drop an example of QQQ. Okay? I'm going to screenshot it and drop it in the chat for you guys. So you'd click on your bottom right screen, you click trade options, and I'm going to drop in the chat right now. Like I said, you might not have that available in your chat, so in your portfolio, but you will only know when you log into your portfolio and try to click the same. So, all right. So Tiff, I've just responded to your comment with a screenshot. Okay, this is an options chain. Okay, go on any stock, type in the ticker symbol, go to any stock, click in the bottom right, click trade options. Sorry, click trade, then trade options, and this shall come up. Great question. Okay. Hello, could you break down the average cost and current price for profit? Also, which subscription is best for TradingView? I use the free version of TradingView, so I don't have a subscription. Break down the average cost and current price for profit. Okay, so again, I'll drop a screenshot because when you say average cost, I'm assuming you mean the premium. This is what we'll do. I'll go to the group gains tab, pick up one random contract, one random gain that someone's posted today, and we can just break that one down. Okay. Okay. We'll just go with what I posted. It's the first one that came up. Okay. So Arch, I just dropped a screenshot in the chat. Okay. Everyone go to the chat. CELH call, $27. Okay. Average cost is 77 cents. That means $77 because each contract of an option is worth 100 shares. So that means everything is multiplied by 100. So the average cost, 0.77, multiplied by that by 100. So it's actually $77. The current price, $1.05, is actually $105 multiplied by 100. Okay, so your average cost here is the price you paid for a premium. If I have 4 contracts at 77 cents and I add contracts at any other price above or below 77 cents, the average cost will change based on the number of contracts I buy. You're welcome, Tiff. Okay. Explain risk management. How does volume affect trades? Okay, so first, risk management. You want to put in minimal risk for high reward. Since the screen is not sharing very well, let's say, again, go to the screenshot that I posted at 9:43 Eastern time in the study room chat. So when we're trying to trade to the upside, we want to get in low. Risk management. This is risk management. You want to get in low as possible. You want to get in before the move. That's what we did at 7:40 in the morning. So you could have also done around 11 a.m. in the morning. You want to get in the calls before the move. And vice versa. If you want to get in the puts, you want to get in when the stock is high, when it is pushing up to the moving average before breaking down. That's risk management before you get in a play. Now, risk management when you're in the play already, risk management is like what we're doing with Palantir. Palantir, it has flown astronomically in the past month, 6 weeks. With Palantir, risk to reward. You don't want to get in when it's $66. You want to get in when it pulls back a little bit and starts uptrending again. Now, if you're in too early or in a bad entry price, what you want to do in that point is decide, is it worth still holding? Do you have enough time before expiry for your move to happen? Do you want to risk losing $60 instead of $20? If I'm down $30 before market close, do I want to risk being down $50 tomorrow at market open? You guys understand? That's risk management. On the other hand, if you know you have 2 weeks left, you can decide, I'm going to hold it a little bit longer because I can still make some more money and it could still the stock could still go in the direction I want it to. That's risk management. It's all just weighing up your options. So my Palantir, a couple of my Palantir contracts expired this Friday. Today, Palantir started to shoot up at the end of the day. It also did that yesterday. I could decide, should I just take my 15 or 20 or 25% loss now and then just, leave with the money I have left? Or should I ride it into tomorrow and let's say maybe leave at break even or maybe leave down 50%? All of that is risk management. Risk management is all due to your own interpretation. Great question, though. Thank you for that. How does volume affect trades? The more volume, the better, because it enables you to get in and out of trade a lot better. If you have a huge spread, that means the difference between a bid and an ask on an option contract, it's going to be harder to get out of the trade when you're up. Volume is needed because a lot of these stocks that we're trading are traded by, maybe hundreds of thousands or millions of people around the world. If there's not a lot of volume, it doesn't make it easy for you to get in and out of the trade. Okay. What do you guys... Hold on, give me one sec. What do you guys mean when you say IV crushing? So, IV is implied volatility. The big problem with IV, and this is a huge problem in the option community, which is it's extremely frustrating. People just throw the word around like anyhow. They don't know what IV crush means. Someone today, and I'm not slating you, but someone today said, "What about the IV crush on CELH?" There's not going to be any IV crush on CELH. They do not have earnings. They do not have any big events. There's no way there should be any IV crush. IV crush happens when there are huge events, when there's earnings, when something, maybe there's a speaker, maybe. IV crush means, so when we enter an option trade, and those of you who have got the options pack will know about this. When we enter a trade, any option trade, we want the implied volatility, the IV, which is controlled by the Vega, to increase. We do not want the IV to drop. The problem with IV is it can go up or down and it will determine how your contracts move. If you enter an option trade and the IV drops, it will be very hard for you to get out of the trade. That in a nutshell is IV crush, because you guys who played target earnings today and you took the calls on target earnings, you would have seen your implied volatility would have died. And the closer to expiry this occurs, the more likely that this IV crush will occur. But like I said, it's a very frustrating term, I'd say. There's a couple of frustrating terms. There is, what did they say? Not consolidation. What's the other one they like to use? I forgot the other one they like to use when I forgot what it is. There's one term that everyone just likes to throw around without knowing what it means in regards to like price action not being great, which is not always the case, right? But there's another term, IV crush, which I've said, people just throw it around without knowing what it means. IV crush is not just going to happen because expiry is coming. No. IV crush is going to happen when there's a huge event and then your contracts die because of that event. So that's what we mean by IV crush. The IV just tanking, dropping, and, obviously making it impossible or near impossible for you to get out of your contracts. But if you're an option trader, when you enter the trade, you want the IV to increase when you're in the trade. It's always good if the IV does increase. Remember, if you have any questions, thank you, Miyagi. Thank you, Tiffany. How do you determine your average cost buy? Chino, elaborate a little bit, please. Like, how do you, it depends on the chart. I think if I understand what you're talking about correctly, it depends on the chart, because depending on the chart, if I see something is consolidating, getting ready to break out, then I'll buy or I'll place an order for a contract around that price, which is, which the contracts are currently at, if that's what you're asking. The average cost is kind of determined by what the stock is doing itself, the price action. I can see you're typing, so I'll just wait. Yeah, that's what I mean. Can you show us on the chart where it would break out? Yeah, an example. Great. Again, I don't know how well the screen is sharing. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. I'll give somebody a second, either Kiara, J Money, or Miyagi, to come up and let me know if you guys can see the screen, please. Because I think on my end it says it's loading.
Yeah, it's still not sharing for some reason. Can you try to stop sharing it and then maybe reshare it? I don't know if there's a permission or something
Yeah, I'll try.
for this station.
Glad Tech Money has got jokes, same as ever. Okay, let's try again. But yeah, that Ivy Crush thing it's so weird to me because everyone just throws it around without really knowing. They'll be like, oh, my contract's expired tomorrow. What about the Ivy Crush? Bro, there's no Ivy Crush. Okay, I'm sharing Apple. Let me know if you can see Apple's daily chart. Is it showing now? Oh wait, I need to find the chat, right? Can you guys see Apple? Okay. Chino says you can see it. All the rest of you, because there's 27 of you, just let me know if you can see the chart, the Apple chart, the trading view. Okay, Chris says you can see it. Okay, great. That's good. That's good. Okay. So, and what was the question again? Okay, so some can't see it, some can see it. That's a bit strange. What I'll do is I'll just post a screenshot in the chat as well. Okay, Chino. So, let's go with the 5-minute chart. It'll be even more. Yeah, this is very nice. Okay, so I am loving the question so far, guys. By the way, so this is the chart I'm looking at. I posted it in the study room chat. Okay, so this is AMD. So you guys see how AMD pushes up, goes down, push up, goes down, push up, goes down. So how would I decide what my average cost would be, like my premium price? Well, if AMD is here. Okay, and for those of you who can't really, obviously, if you can't see the screen, it's a bit difficult. But when AMD drops away from the purple line, the moving average, if the contracts are $1.50, I'll wait till AMD pushes up a bit and make the put contracts cheaper. And maybe up here, they're at $1, then I'll get in. When it drops here, those contracts might now be $1.60. When it goes back up here, they're back to $1 or 95 cents, then I'll get in. So I determine that average cost based on what the chart is doing. If I know in my mind I want to get a put, I'm going to wait for it to test or retest the moving averages and then sell off again. I'm not going to get in at lows when I'm getting a put. I'll get in lows when I'm getting a call. When it's a put, you want to get in high. Great question, Chino. Thank you so much. Okay, get back to the chat. Let me see. Can you show us like where example would where it would break out? Did that kind of answer your question? Because you are talking about breakouts, which is the opposite. I can do an example for that as well. Another question: what goes into choosing tickers to monitor? Tickers to monitor, for example, Celsius. What made you decide to call that? That's a great question. So Kiara had mentioned Celsius in the lounge, and it's one that I love. Like, if you guys are here end of September, I got to pull that one up for you guys. There was a Celsius trade that I did. I think what's his name, Molly in my cup. That was his first 1K day here, September. Here it is. Oh, I guess October.
and it went from like $29 to $35. So I know Celsius can get busy. That's what made me choose Celsius. So when she mentioned it, again, thank you, Kiara, for that. When it was mentioned, oh my, I said, wait, look at the chart. You know, it's bottoming out. It's starting to go green again, starting to flip green. Yeah, I'll take my chances at Celsius calls. So that's all that made me get Celsius. It's a stock that we've traded multiple times in the Discord. Yeah, that's it. That's it, really. That's all it was, really. That's all it was. She put it on the radar, and I looked at it. Any other questions? I was understanding yeah, exactly. So it's just the price, exactly, Chino. It's just the price that it currently is at. Any other questions? Oh, wow. Okay, Crimson. That one I might have to go into depth on a different session. Can you explain what a spread is? Strangle versus straggle. Okay. A spread is basically you buying two strategies on one option. So instead of just buying a naked call, which is what I've been calling out, or naked put, which is what I've been calling out, you will buy two strategies. So maybe a call and a put, maybe a long call and a short call. Maybe you buy different strategies on one stock, if that makes sense. Strangle versus straggle. So a strangle is, how do I describe it? You think strangle, let's say this, you think the stock is going to go up, but just in case it goes down, you're also protected. So you don't just buy a call or just buy a put. Let's say you buy a put, but you also buy, like you buy, let's say you put more money into the one that you think the direction is going into, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more difficult to explain that one, but that's the idea for a strangle. What are you looking at when taking a 0 DTE? Nah, same thing as what I'm looking at for a 0 DTE is the same thing I'm looking at for a day trade and a swing, but on a smaller time frame. So if I'm on a daily or a 4 hour, I might look for a certain signs if I should swing something, right? So for those of you who can see my screen, that's not the greatest chart. Yeah, this is actually a good put chart. So what would I be looking at for I'm gonna scale it down. So for example, this is a swing trade. I'll be looking at Alibaba puts, okay? It just keeps selling off. If it was doing this on 15-minute chart, that's what I'll be looking at for a scalp. For example, here we start to sell off, big red candle, and then every time we kind of push towards the moving average, we sold off. Again, apologize to those of you who can't see the screen. Not sure what the screen sharing issues are. If I was looking at scalping a call, doji here, green candles, okay, I'm going to get the move, and it breaks above the moving average, and then I'm going to sell when we're above the moving average. For Alibaba. Again, I'll post it because I know some of you can't see. Okay, so that's something I would scalp. Okay, so what I'm looking at is break above the moving averages, test of the moving averages, retest of the moving averages, bullish momentum, those kind of things are what I'd be looking at for a 0 DTE. Do you use scanners or screeners for potential trades? I do not. I used to use FinViz back in 2018. That was when I first started trading. I do not use scanners or screeners. What's the swing trade strategy you use? I've heard the terms market structure, the strat, etc. The swing trade strategy I use, I'll call it's a market structure, but it's got support and resistance. It's using the moving averages. I'd say it's using a couple different things, different components. Let's just call it support and resistance, really. You can call it levels. That's what you could call it, levels. But it is pretty much market structure, right? Looking for continuations or break of patterns. The strat, I do not use the strat. I think again, if there's any people who use the strat in here, I have nothing against you. I think just the idea of holding something till it's down 60% in an attempt to hope that a number on the chart is going to make it bounce back up so I can get 50%, that's all lost to me. That ain't really my style, you know? So you can keep your 2-1-2 reversals and all that. That's all you. No strat for me. If you have under 25k and you're trading options on Robinhood Cash Account, how many trades are you allowed to do? You are allowed 3 day trades in a 5-day period. If you swing trade, you can do unlimited. Swing trade again means I buy today, I sell tomorrow. I buy tomorrow, I sell next week. You're allowed to do unlimited of those. If you want to buy and sell within the same day, like I did with QQQ, you're only allowed to do that 3 times within a 5-day trading period. So Saturdays and Sundays don't count. What indicators do you use? Great question. I'm Chris. So for those of you who cannot see the screen, look in the study room chat. You can see Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. You'll see the purple line, an orange line, and a red line. Those are my moving averages. Okay? Those are my indicators, my moving averages. If you see below that, I have the RSI. Sorry, Miyagi, I have the RSI. I know you don't like it, but that is the relative strength index. That's going to kind of tell you what's oversold, what's overbought, oversold, etc. I was waiting for that one. RSI it's a good indicator to gauge what price is likely to do and what price has been doing. I think it's a good one for beginners especially. What else? But you know what, guys? I'm loving the questions so far today. This is what I've wanted to see from you guys. You know, I prefer when you ask all these questions after hours. Come on, let's get the questions going. Oh, how can I pull up RSI on my TradingView screen? Great question. So, again, I don't know if you can see it or not. Indicators, and just type RSI, Relative Strength Index, okay? All right, I've also just logged on to Twitter Spaces. So for those of you who are on Twitter Spaces, understand that I'm sharing my screen in my Discord. So if you do want to come through, come to the Discord. But yeah, great question, Chino. RSI, just type in Relative Strength Index on TradingView in this search tab, just like this. Relative Strength Index, that is the RSI. Okay, you don't need none of this stuff, just the RSI right there. Okay. But that's a great question. A lot of these questions have been really good, so I appreciate you guys for that. Who else got questions? How do you know when a trade is invalidated? What's the best way to determine our own personal stop loss? How do you know when a trade is invalidated? If a break of pattern. So, for example, and you guys can see my screen again. Let's say I'm trading puts on Alibaba from Monday, July 25th. Monday, July 15, all the way to one of these days, August 2nd, let's say. It's gone from, this is Apple. It's gone from 236 to 217. And now it's consolidating. That first consolidation will give you an idea that, hey, this could be a reversal coming. Maybe my puts is time to go. When you see it start to bounce on my line of support, second sign. It starts to uptrend. It gaps up above the moving averages. There's already 3 signs. I don't need to be in the puts anymore. This gap down was more like luck. It was unexpected. It wasn't going to happen. But that's when I would say my trade is invalidated. It's broken the pattern, not really a break of structure really per se. But yeah, break of pattern, bounce along my line of support and start showing bullish signs, Funny enough, it did sell off a couple of days later, but that is how I would look at a trade and say this is invalidated. Let's look at it on a smaller time frame for those of you who are looking intraday. Here we go. This is a great idea. November 19th, yesterday. Apple breaks out. 15-minute charts bullish. 7 or 8 green candles back to back to back. What happens up here? Oh, well, yeah, I forgot you guys can't speak. But yeah, up here, you see the doji, you see the red candles start to come in, and then back to back to back red candles. By this big red candle and another one, your trade, these calls are invalidated. It's time to get out of the calls. Honestly, it's time to get out of the calls. What's the best? Oh, they're jumping. What's the best way to determine our own personal stop loss? Excellent question. The best way to determine your own personal stop loss is your toleration for a trade going red. You guys were there when we traded GEO a few weeks ago. And I love that trade because it was a 0 DTE. It was risky. We were down 30%, 40%. Some of you got in at crazy prices or got high strike prices and you was down 50, 60%. How much could you stomach? Some of you sold on the way up. Some of you sold at break even. It's all about what you can stomach. So determining your own personal stop loss, I always go with the recommended 20, 25, 30. Remember, look at what you like. Look at where you like taking profit. If you like taking profit at 45%, then you go with a 22.5% stop loss. If you like taking profit at 70%, you go with a 35% stop loss. That's what I would say. Another question, Cameo says, I know we can't do it tonight, but a TradingView setup session would be amazing for beginners. That is a great idea. Thank you. I'm going to give you a thumbs up for that. How do you keep your mental strong when taking losses in trading? Great question. How to keep your mental strong? You know what it is? So my first year in the stock market was 2018. I started out really well, and I thought, okay, I'm good at this. I'm nice. I'm made for this. You can call it beginner's luck. You can call it whatever you want. But after a couple of losses, you realize, listen, I've made wins before. I can bounce back. It's all about what you've experienced. If you know you can run 100 meters in 12 seconds, the day you run 100 meters in 13.5 seconds, you're not going to be upset. You're not going to be sad because you know you can run in 12 seconds. If you're mentally aware of what you can do, you can stay mentally strong. Every single trade you take can go up, it can go down, right? So there's a chance you lose. Trading is all about probability. So every single time you take a trade, it's a chance you could lose. So how you keep mentally strong is, look, every single one of you in here, I'm looking at you, all the names in here. Quest Marley, Mousy, I am Chris, Chino, Steven, Archer, all of you. You guys know you've had wins. You've made money at least, a couple times in the market. I don't think there's any of you who has never made any kind of win in the stock market. So you know what you're capable of. You know what you can do. So when you take a loss, it's okay. You're going to bounce back, right? You're going to bounce back. That's the most important thing. So how do you determine true consistency when learning to trade? What should we look to accomplish when trying to become a consistently profitable trader? Great question. So this is actually a concept I really talk about in the option pack, really in depth. Start out taking your wins. What does that mean? You're up 25%, take the win. Sit there and say, you know what? I made money today. That's $40 more than I had at the beginning of this morning. That's $70 more than I had yesterday. Take those profits. Now, when you get a bit more confident, get a couple contracts, 3 contracts, 4 contracts, and then start taking contracts off the table. That's what we did with PayPal last week. I don't know if you guys remember. We bought 4 PayPal. Was it PayPal? I think we bought 4 contracts of PayPal. And I said, here's a good... Oh, no, it was Lemonade the week before. We started off the small account challenge the very first week. We bought 4 contracts of Lemonade. And I said, we're up 70% or 80%, whatever it was. I'll link it after. Now is a good time to start taking contracts off the table. Play with house money. That's how you build consistency. And then you get more confident. You know that if you enter the trade, you see something you like, you enter the trade, you just enter the trade, get in there. What does Shono say? Just take the trade. If you stop out, you stop out. You get cut. That's it. Just take the trade. Don't be scared about it. You don't want to be one of those people, and this is very common, especially as a new trader. You don't want to be one of those people who always says, I knew the stock was going to do this. I knew snow was going to blow to 150. If you knew, why didn't you take it? That don't make any sense. If you know it's raining outside, you take an umbrella. If you know it's not raining outside, you can wear shorts. You don't go outside with an umbrella if it's a sunny day. No, because you know it's raining outside. That's why you take an umbrella. So if you knew a stock was going to do this and that because it did what your setup says, then go take that trade. Great question. Average time bought on contracts, 1 to 4 weeks. Recently, I've been doing more 1 to 2 weeks. But average time, if you look at the stock option starter pack again, 30 to 45 days is my recommended time. Anybody that's watched the option pack will tell you it's 30 to 45 days. Give yourself enough time. And then you can swing that out. You guys know about me and my swings. You guys know how much I love swinging those contracts. I will swing those contracts for a week, 2 weeks. You guys saw the Palantir from last week. I was holding it till it was 510%. That's it. All right. One of my favorite questions. Thank you, Miyagi, for forwarding that. How important is theta when looking to buy a contract? Theta is extremely important. It is so important. But people just don't know that. So, theta. You guys don't know what time decay is. But theta represents time decay, right? So theta is going to tell you, because options are exponential. They have an expiry date, right? Theta is going to tell you pretty much how much risk you're facing. It's going to tell you pretty much how much money you're going to lose each and every day if your option stays the same. Or even if your option doesn't stay the same, it's going to tell you how much your option contract is going to lose every single day. Theta is negative. It's not good. If you have a theta of, let's say, minus 0.08, then that means you're going to lose 8 cents per day on your option contract. So every day we get closer to your date of expiry, your theta is going to increase. Theta is going to eat away at your option. So if you are selling options, theta works in your favor because it's eating away at the contract. If you're buying options, as we usually are, buying puts, buying calls, unfortunately, theta works against us. So yeah, theta is just one of the Greeks that is on your option contract. You can find theta at the bottom of any contract. Time decay. What is the orb? Why is it significant? What is pattern? What? Hold on, it's jumping. What is VWAP? Why is it significant? Okay, great question. So I don't really use the orb, but orb is basically like opening range breakout. So basically you could just look at a level where I think where price should be breaking past or breaking above. It's just basically a way of buying and selling, like a strategy for buying and selling. I think it's a little bit, it's not similar, but it's like, just think of like supply and demand. It's one of those things, it's just a way to identify where the stock price could break above. But yeah, it's opening range breakout. So again, it's just one of those trading strategies that can help you figure out market highs, market lows, figure out the current trend, that kind of stuff. Great question though. What criteria do you use to decide what strike price and expiration date to choose? Well, again, this is an option pack question. I have 5 real criteria. 1, the overall momentum. 2, hold up. Just seen and realized. What is VWAP? Why is it significant? Sorry, my fault, Togan. I did not realize you also added that. I didn't answer that. So VWAP is volume weighted average price. I used to use it, but I don't anymore. This is going to show you the average price that a stock has traded at during that day. Pretty much going to take in like it's in the name, volume weighted average price. It's going to give you an idea of what the volume is doing, what the price is doing. It's a good indicator for traders starting out. It's going to help you, figure out kind of what the market sentiment is. If the price is above VWAP, then it's obviously bullish. If a price is below VWAP, it's bearish. You can identify kind of what a trend is doing. I don't know. I don't know if it's good for newer traders just to kind of have an idea of what the price and the volume are doing and where a stock price is likely to go. So yeah, that's kind of it really. And then what were we saying before? Which criteria do you use to decide which strike price and expiration date to choose? So strike price, I like to go close to the money, slightly out of the money, especially if I am trading in a way where I think I can see price breaking towards my price target. What criteria do I use? Well, again, like I said, market sentiment, news, the sector it's in, the volume, all those kind of things. Break of pattern, the order, potential reversals, all those kind of criteria is what I use to determine what strike price. Expiration date, I mix it up. If I have a feeling something is going to move quickly, I'll go for this week expiration. If I have a feeling it's going to go a little bit slower, next week expiration. If I have a good swing trade on my hand, I'll go a couple weeks out. That's kind of what helps me determine What expiration date to choose? Great questions though. I love these questions. Honestly, you guys have come in with good questions. This is impressive, I'll be honest. What are the best resources for learning chart patterns? The ones we have in the Discord. Let me find one for you real quick. We have some great. What time is it? All right, we have about 12 minutes left. I might just go a little bit over time just to, because I know there's a lot more questions. We have a great list for all the patterns. I know Devin has. Yes. Here we go. I will link this in the chat. I know we have the best resources for learning chart patterns. Here's all the chart patterns. Oh, Kiara already found it. There you go. Okay. When setting a stop loss on Robinhood, should you establish it before purchasing the contract or afterwards? Afterwards. After you purchase, put your stop loss. Because Robinhood's a bit janky sometimes. Just do it after. How should we determine if a trade is personally good for us to take while we're learning to chart trade? A few things. Three main things. One, price, of course. If I'm calling out a contract which is $300, yeah, that might not be good for a portfolio of $400, right? So for sure, price. Second, obviously, where everyone else got in at. If we're talking about a call out, if everyone got in at $2, well, actually, no, again, we're talking about cheaper contracts. If everyone got in at $1.50 and it's now $1.95, you probably don't want to get in that, especially if it expires tomorrow. So that's the second thing. And then third, just what you can tolerate. If you see that it's a contract that expires this Friday, and you know that you usually don't have good luck with contracts expiring very soon, you don't want to take that trade. You want to wait for the ones that have expiry of next week, November 29th, December, those kind of things. We make less profit when the date is farther out in a call, correct? 100% correct. Why? Because you have more chance of being correct. If I say, all right, let's pick a stock again. I'm sharing screen. Let's see. We have. Let's go with Tesla, one of the big boys from recently, right? So Tesla, it's at 342. If I say it's going to get up to 362 by tomorrow or Friday, that's not very likely. If I say it's going to get up there by December, the end of December, yeah, it's much more likely. So you're going to pay more. You're going to pay more for that, and you're going to make a little bit less profit than if it was to happen tomorrow. Well, great question. What are your top 5 stocks for your watch list every week, if any? So if you go to this tab, I'm going to tag you in there. You're going to see some very familiar faces. Very familiar faces, right? In there is the familiar faces. You'll see AMD in there. You'll see Palantir in there. You'll see SoFi in there. You'll see Palantir, AMD, SoFi, QQQ in there. You probably see a PayPal in there. Maybe a Walmart. It's those kind of stocks. So yeah. Make sure you guys are coming in here with good questions as well every time you do that. So hey, make sure if you haven't dropped a review on WAP as well, do that. Please do that. It does help a lot. Bring any more questions. Come on, DSash, Daf, I see you typing. What mistakes did you make early in your options trading journey, and how did you learn from them? You know what the very first mistakes I made in my option trading journey is? Not trading options. Listen, 2018, I was working in the bank in Maryland. I was trading some stocks. And what does the guy tell me? Oh, do you do options? I said, no, I don't even know about that. He's like, okay, never do options, blah, blah, blah. Just the way people strike fear into you. That kind of stuff. Put me back 2 years, because 2 years later, the pandemic comes out and everyone's trading options. I'm like, oh, I got to jump into this. So the very first mistake I made in option trading was not trading options. Now, when I'd actually started trading options, the first thing I did, which was a huge mistake, is thinking that because I've had a few wins, I'm going to keep making wins. That is never how it goes. You can be up 70, 80% and you can be down 50% quickly. So again, one of the mistakes, not taking those wins, not thinking you're going to keep winning. Take that money, run. We had this conversation Friday with the 0DTEs. We traded AVGO, Broadcom puts, right? I'm going to share my screen again. AVGO, we traded Broadcom puts, right? This stock has been dying. We reviewed it in Thursday night session. This stock has been dying, right? So Friday, we traded the puts. This is the 15-minute chart, man. We traded the puts. Oh, yeah, we're eating. 100%, yay. 140%, yay. 170%, yay. Now I'm at, taking some off the table. 200%, yay. 212%, yay. We're getting closer to expiry. The day is ending soon. And what? Zoom. Oh, I'm down 10%. What? Come on, hold on. Take those wins. How much do you want to start to drop before you take a win? How many of you in here came in here after you was eating really good in the market? Probably not very many. You're probably not doing great, which is why you ended up here, right? You're trying to find a way to win. So if you are in the market and you're there losing every week, and now you want to, now you're up 100%, 120%, 130%, and you think, I'm gonna keep holding and 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 holding. How much more do you want to hold? If you put $20 in and you're coming out of 150, are you not happy? If you put in, what did we do with Affirm? We put in 178, right? If you put in 178 and it's now sitting at 700 per contract, come on, you just flipped 350, into 1,400. Come on, take that money. That money is not coming easy. I know it looked like it came easy because you just put the money in, you clicked a few buttons and you left. But come on, take that money. So the early mistakes is just not taking that money, thinking you're going to keep winning. That's it. Great question though. When do you sell a contract that has a loss that has lost a lot of money and expiry is close? When do you sell a contract that has lost a lot of money and expiry is close? Yeah, that's all based on the chart, really. It's really based on the chart. If you want to go off percentages, then I'd say 50% is enough. Right? Yeah, 50% is okay. What was your best win? Tell us about the trade. Some money is better than no money. Preach. My best win, easy. Virgin Galactic, March 2021. Let's pull up the chart. Easy. I'll never forget that one. Quest Marley coming with the hot questions tonight. I like it. I'll never forget that one. Virgin Galactic. Okay. We're gonna have to probably go to a monthly chart for this trade. Virgin Galactic, easily my best ever trade. So this is 2021. All right, this is 2021. You can go weekly actually. All right, okay, March 2021. So here, Virgin Galactic. Oh, they've changed the pricing, right? What's going on? Did they do a stock split? Okay, either way, I got in somewhere here, January or February, right? And I traded calls up to here. The pricing is wrong now, but either way, I bought it. Let's say I bought it for let's say it was like a $30, $40 stock, and it ran up to, I don't know, $80, something like that. I can't even remember the numbers now that's got, but either way, I got this. You see these weekly candles, these 5 weekly candles? I got a big piece of that. I put in about 2.3K. If you got the option pack, you will know it's in there. It's a screenshot there. It's there. I put in about 2.3K. I came out with about 28K. It might be on my Twitter. I'll see if I can find it for you guys. But that was my biggest win. Oh, it says post it in here. That was easily my biggest win ever. It was my first real year in option trading, really. There you go. Here's a screenshot. Those big green candles, I got a nice piece of that. After only putting in 2K, but swinging for about 3 weeks, or maybe even more. Yeah. What's your best win? Okay, you never go broke taking profits. Facts. Yeah. What's your next trading goal? Trading income goal. I'm big on the dividends, guys. I think I showed you guys my dividend stuff last month. I'm big on the dividends, man. I want to get to like at least 5K a month in dividends, and that's not easy. It sounds 5K a month in dividends, purely dividends. That is kind of my goal. I'm good. I know I'm good when it comes to flipping the money, the options trades. Cool. I know I'm nice with that. I know I'm nice when it comes to the long-term investing. I told you guys I use my investing portfolios as a savings account. That's what my E-Trade is for. E-Trade, you will never see me trading any options. So I know I'm nice with those two, but dividends, I'm only getting about 500, maybe 600 a month, if that. So I want to flip that to 5K per month dividends. I want to really lock down and lock in on a dividends play. That's my next trading income goal. So yeah, 5K a month in dividends. Great question, D-Sesh. Don't get greedy. Slow and steady wins the race. Send a screenshot. Can't see. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, so I'll never forget. If you go to option pack, go check that out. And again, I'm gonna try and find the tweet. I can link it. I don't know if I still have the screenshot, because back then I didn't have a phone with a lot of memory, so I used to always delete the screenshots after. But I'll see if I can find it. I might have it somewhere. I need to work on my long-term investments. Long-term investments is key, man. I told some of the guys in here know I bought Meta 147. How much is it now? Like 500, I think. 565. Yeah, I bought Meta 147 way back. Right, I bought Meta at 147. Bought Exxon. You guys saw that one 50 something a few years ago. What other ones? Palantir. First bought that one at $18. SoFi bought that at 652. Like, long-term investing is gonna change everything for you. So please, yeah, long-term investing. If you can do that, yeah, for sure, go lock in. Any other questions? We're just about to touch 1 hour. I see the recording is 57 minutes. That's nice. Yeah, long-term investing is the way. You can have a high-yield savings account. I have no problem with that. But why not just look into some Apple shares, man? So we focus on being consistently good at option trading before hopping into long-term investing. How do you balance the two? That's a great question, because I started out I started out not option trading, but like flipping, like swing trading, right? And I started buying a couple shares here and there. But I think in order to it depends on who you are, right? There's two kind of people. There's the ones that are going to fund their portfolio because they're using options to flip. And then there's the other people who have, they got an extra 1 or 2K per month that they can afford to put into the Robinhood portfolios or whatever. If you are one of those people that can afford to put in money in your Robinhood each and every month, then you know what? I'll be honest with you. Focus on long-term first, because you're going to build. If you're a smaller portfolio, I would say focus on the options and just try and lock down those gains here and there. If you have an Affirm play where you take $178 and you take it to $600 or $700, take that money and then buy a couple of shares of Palantir at $50 whatever dollars. That's okay too. Don't be the person who's like, I want to chase $100 a day, and then you get to $100 a day, and you're chasing $500 a day, and then when you get your goal of $100 a day, take some money, buy some shares here and there, get a share of AMD at 139, get a share of SoFi, or get 10 shares of SoFi and just pay, $150, all that kind of stuff. You can do it, trust me. I want to get into futures. Yeah, get into it. I don't know if that was a question or a statement, but get into it. What do you think is the right time to start scaling up and buy multiple contracts instead of taking to 1 or 2? What factors should I consider before increasing my position size? How comfortable you are in a trade. That's really, that's really it. Because if you don't listen, right? When I was when my portfolio was $180, $200, I still knew how to manage my little trades here and there. When my portfolio was 1,000, I still knew how to manage it. Now, bear in mind, when I got to like 3K and stuff, I made some silly mistakes. Cool, but I still never thought to myself, oh, I can't. Hold on. It's gonna kick off. Hold on. The dogs, the dogs get rowdy. When they see the next dogs, the ops. Hold on, give me a sec. the ops are in town. All right, settle down. Thank you, guys. You know, in the ops are in the neighborhood. All right. Okay. You know the ops are in town. It's gonna get juicy. You gotta let the dogs know to settle down. The ops are in town. So, what was we saying? We were talking about multiple contracts scaling up. So I talked about this with the guys the other day. When I was 1K portfolio, I put in maybe 50, $100 in a play, felt good, this and that. I knew, okay, it's going well. Now I can put in 300, 400, 500, and I started to put more and more in my portfolio, and I beefed it up. You got to know kind of what you can handle and what you can stomach at first and how you trade. Because think about it this way. If you know how to manage 1,000, when you get to 10,000, you know how to manage it. If you get to 10,000, you know how to manage 25,000, and so on and so forth. It's all linked. It's all linked. What factors should I consider before increasing my position size? How you manage. If you're up 155% and you have a $300 portfolio, but then the next day you're down 20%, trust me, when you got a 100K portfolio, trust me, I know people will say, oh, if I had more money. No. When you got a 100K portfolio and you're up 150%, you're going to be saying, I can get more. You're going to be down 20% as well. So it's all mindset, how you manage it. How much money roughly do you have to put into long-term to get 5K a month for dividends? That's a great question. So it depends what kind of dividend plays I'm getting. How much money? 5K a month in dividends. To be honest, it depends on the stocks you're buying, but at least a 300 to 400K portfolio, I would say. Yeah. 300 to 400K portfolio. That's really like the 5K a month for dividends, where you can still diversify into growth stocks. You can diversify into blue chip companies. You can diversify into some bigger companies, but also get dividend. If you want to get like a portfolio which is mainly dividends, then you can probably, then I'm closer, 150K, 200K portfolio then. But that's not what I want to do. I've still got some growth stocks on my radar, the SoFis, the Palantirs. I've still got the big, the blue chip companies, the ones that, the value companies, the value stocks. So yeah, that's good advice. I'm going to do that, especially with all these wins. I should be getting long-term. Yeah, please get long-term, man. Please get long-term. Long-term is the way forward. You're going to be happy when you come back in 5 years, 10 years, and your SoFi shares are at $70, Yeah, the pops got beef. They're the big dogs in town, Don't let everyone know who they are. But if there's anyone who want to come up on stage, ask a question, spit some game. Thank you. Again, if you guys have any other questions, throw them in there. You guys know. Oh, come on, guys. Drop a review on WAP. You guys know how to do it. Don't give me that. You guys know, whoever don't know how to drop a review on WAP, you lying. You just don't enjoy being here. It's all good. I'm joking. If anyone want to come up on the stage, then, let me know. Or just pull up. I don't know how. If you can pull up, pull up. If you need to raise your hand. Either way, go for it. Let me link you guys, because some of you guys tell me you don't know how. I can't accept that. Oh, check your DMs. All right. Oh, Bitcoin broke 96K. Oh, D Sesh, you're here making 1K every day, and now you're too big to be writing review. Okay, that's how it goes. I see it. Thoughts on MSTR? I can't really speak on MSTR. I bought that. Well, I traded options on it when it was $192, and apparently it's almost 500. So I don't even want to talk about it because I could have just bought a call for a month out and held it. So MSTR is gonna keep going, man. I'll be honest, MSTR is too going, but I've done my thing with it. It's done. You the man. Thank you, brother. Got you with that review. How many small account challenge plays are we doing a week? Let's be honest. Small account challenge plays, I try to keep it, quite flexible between 5 and 7, but it's not been that many really nice setups recently. And so when it's like an Affirm or a PayPal, when it's kind of running for a couple of days, I like to just keep it there. You saw how we kind of how we almost got in like a sticky situation with Celsius, right? I'd rather not do that. If that's the case, I'd just rather get the firms and swing those and just keep building up that way. But yeah, of course, not everyone is going to get every play, so I do want to put out a few more plays. Chino, cool. I'll get you in the DM. I still have issue. I tried that. So, okay, yeah. Dropping a view, Aguilar. Thank you very much. What is? Hold on. If Bitcoin is 96K, hold on. Bitcoin is 96K. You guys can still see my screen, right? Bitcoin. Today is November 20. We could see 100K Bitcoin in November 2024. Bruh. No way. Bitcoin. So we touched 96 and we came back down? Is that what it is? Oh yeah, we wicked off. Yeah, of course. People have sell orders there. I can't believe that. Bitcoin 96K. He says, I can't see it. Let me close and come back. Man, WAP is playing with me. They don't want us to succeed. A friend of mine made 8K off my MSTR in 1 week. The cons just, I know. I should have. If I get later at expiries, I can whip up something nice. But it's like I said, I had like a $200 call or $195 call, whatever it was. Ghost says you can't see anything either. Did you guys follow this instructions? Also, by the way, AMD has been dropping. AMD is a great long-term play, in my opinion, not financial advice. So maybe looking to get some shares. Fun fact, I sold AMD shares at $30. Again, some silly guy spooked me out. And yeah. Sad times. But it's all good. So AMD is a great one for the long terms. I can't believe it, but hey, I sold it at $30. It's all good. At least I didn't sell Bitcoin at, when it was 1K. Some people sold Bitcoin when it was at 1K. Any other questions? If not, I'll give you guys 2 more minutes just in case. I know sometimes people are, walking or eating or listening on their headphones, this and that. Hope all questions are answered. Come on, Bitcoin, pump. All right, cool. Looks like we're good. I'm gonna jump in the lounge so we can all just vibe together, talk, whatever, strategize, whatever you want to call it. Might whip up some food. I don't know. But this has been a very nice session. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Forgot that I'm still on Twitter Spaces. What's up, Twitter? Hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm out. All right, folks, in the Discord and YouTube. Appreciate you guys all. Enjoy your night. do your dad stuff, do your mom stuff, be a good parent. If you guys all want to hop in the lounge, remember, if you haven't left a review on what, make sure you leave a review on what. Don't be that person that's, sneaking about. Come on. It takes 20 seconds. Appreciate you guys, though. Hey, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed the session. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that kind of stuff and more. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. All right, Discord folks, let's get into the lounge. Let's get busy.